Have you tried everything to lose weight and nothing seems to work? Maybe the problem isn't you, but rather the lies you've been told about how to really lose weight. The internet is full of rules that confuse more than they help. Is eating less the solution? Does exercise solve everything? Are carbohydrates the villain? There's so much conflicting information that it's hard to know what really works. And the worst part? Many people follow these tips without realizing that they may be doing exactly the opposite of what their bodies need to lose weight healthily. But today, all that changes. Here, we're going to debunk the myths of weight loss and reveal what science really says about healthy eating for weight loss, hormones and metabolism, miracle diets, and how to accelerate fat burning in a sustainable way. And let me tell you right away, some of these truths may surprise you. So, if you're tired of following the wrong strategies and want to find out why some methods never work, stay with me until the end. The answer to your weight loss could be where you least expect it. Eating less is the key to losing weight. Myth or fact? Many people still believe that eating less is the secret to sustainable weight loss. But does drastically reducing calories really work? The human body is not a simple math equation of less food, less weight. When calorie intake drops too much, the metabolism slows down to save energy. And the worst part? Extreme hunger sets in, making it almost impossible to maintain this restriction in the long term. This is why many women end up falling into the dreaded yo-yo effect, losing weight quickly and then gaining it all back, sometimes even more than they lost. The secret is not to starve yourself, but to eat intelligently. Instead of cutting everything out, you need to focus on quality and not just quantity. Nutrient-rich foods help regulate weight loss hormones, keeping your metabolism active. Have you ever noticed how some people eat a lot but remain thin? This happens because they choose the right foods. Want an example? Swapping a sugary breakfast for eggs and avocado can keep hunger at bay for hours. And guess what? The right food can even speed up fat burning. But is changing your diet enough, or does exercise play a more important role? Exercise is more important than diet. Truth or illusion? Working hard and sweating buckets at the gym is essential for losing weight, right? Not exactly. Many women make the mistake of thinking that they can compensate for a poor diet with intense exercise. The truth is that, although exercise is a great ally, what you put on your plate has a much greater impact on sustainable weight loss. Think about it. An hour of running can burn around 500 calories, but a burger and fries can bring back 3 of that in minutes. In other words, without proper dietary control, the effort put into training can be completely nullified. Does this mean that exercise is not important? Of course it is. It improves insulin sensitivity, helps burn fat, and strengthens muscles. However, if the goal is to lose weight, the balance between training and diet needs to be strategic. A common mistake is to train on an empty stomach and then compensate by eating too much. And the blame lies not only with hunger, but also with hormones and metabolism that react to physical effort. The ideal is to combine efficient exercises with balanced meals, prioritizing quality proteins and carbohydrates. But speaking of carbohydrates, are they really the villains when it comes to weight loss? Carbohydrates make you fat. What you need to know. If carbohydrates were the main villain in weight loss, no one in Japan or Italy would be able to maintain a healthy weight. So why do so many people believe that bread, rice, and pasta are to blame for weight gain? The truth is that it is not the carbohydrate itself, but the type and quantity that make the difference. Refined carbohydrates, such as white bread and sugar, quickly raise blood glucose levels, causing spikes in insulin, the hormone responsible for storing fat. Complex carbohydrates, such as sweet potatoes, quinoa, and brown rice, provide energy in a balanced way without disrupting the metabolism. Completely eliminating carbohydrates can even lead to rapid weight loss, but usually at the expense of muscle and fluids, not real fat. The secret is moderation and making the right choices. A balanced meal with proteins, good fats, and quality carbohydrates keeps you feeling full and prevents binge eating. Have you ever noticed how people who radically cut out carbohydrates end up having hunger pangs and uncontrollable cravings? Well, that's right. The problem isn't with carbohydrates, but with extreme diets. And speaking of diets, do those that promise quick results really work? Fast diets work. The big danger behind them. Who has never been tempted by a miracle diet that promises to melt fat in a few days? It seems like the perfect solution, but the truth is that these strategies are a metabolic trap. Most of these diets drastically cut calories or eliminate entire food groups, leading to rapid weight loss. But at what cost? The body understands this restriction as a period of scarcity and slows down the metabolism, making each meal an effort to store energy. The result? When the person returns to eating normally, the lost weight returns, sometimes with interest. Not to mention the impacts on weight loss hormones, which can become completely unregulated. In addition to the yo-yo effect, extreme diets can cause weakness, hair loss, irritability, and even hormonal problems. If losing weight were as simple as following a restrictive diet for a few weeks, no one would have trouble keeping the weight off in the long term. The solution? Building sustainable eating habits. Eating in a balanced way, and without guilt. After all, losing weight shouldn't be a punishment, but rather a natural and healthy process. What if, even if you do everything right, the weight doesn't go down? It could be that the problem lies in something that no one talks about: your hormones and metabolism. Your body doesn't want to lose weight? What no one tells you about hormones and metabolism. Have you ever followed a balanced diet, exercised regularly, and still the scale didn't budge? That may not be your fault. The human body is not a simple machine, and metabolism is influenced by several factors, many of them invisible to the eye. Hormones such as cortisol, insulin, and leptin may be sabotaging your weight loss without you realizing it. Stress, for example, causes the body to release more cortisol, which stimulates the accumulation of fat, especially in the abdominal region. A slow metabolism may be the result of sleepless nights, low protein intake, or even restrictive diets that have messed up your body over the years. But what now? How can you balance your hormones to unlock fat burning? The first step is to stop. Seeing weight loss as just a matter of eating less and exercising more? You need to go further. Small adjustments to your routine, such as sleeping at least 7 hours a night, reducing your sugar intake, and including foods that speed up your metabolism, such as coffee, ginger, and green tea, can make all the difference. The secret to sustainable weight loss is not in quick fixes, but in understanding your own body. And the good news? When you learn to work in favor of your metabolism, losing weight becomes something natural, without suffering, and without impossible sacrifices to maintain. Now that you finally know the truth about sustainable weight loss, tell me, how many times have you fallen into one of these traps? How many crazy diets have you tried, thinking they were the solution? And worst of all, how many times have you blamed yourself for not being able to lose weight without knowing that you were following the wrong advice? The good news is that, from now on, you have the right knowledge to change your relationship with food, your body, and your metabolism. But knowing the truth is not enough. You need to take action. So which of these changes will you put into practice first? Remember, losing weight is not about suffering, going hungry, or spending hours at the gym. It's about understanding your body and making choices that really work. If you want to continue learning and receiving more content that will transform your weight loss journey, subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications. Here, you will find everything you need to achieve your goals intelligently and without falling for myths. And tell me in the comments, which of these truths surprised you the most? I want to know your opinion.